Welcome back to Quiet Money Podcast, the number one show for going through the ups and downs of life. Stay tuned. We're coming up next. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Quiet Money Podcast. I'm your host, Dax. I'm excited to have you back here with us again. And as always, I got my beautiful co-host. What's up, Ben?
What's up?
Hey, yo, a whole lot is up. But listen, yo, a whole lot is up because I'm so excited this year that I'm doing things different than I did last year in regards to just taking some time off. You know what I mean? Taking some time off with my family. Last time in our last show, we was talking about when we went to Pittsburgh a little bit.
Yeah.
And we just did another trip.
Yeah.
I want to talk all about our trip. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely a good time. Had a good time with the family getting away. But I'm realizing more and more the importance of like recharging the right way and filling yourself with, you know what I'm saying? That time just personally for you to get right and tap into all the right things. So I'm feeling really good today, you know, but what about you? I know you have some things on your head. I am feeling good, you know what I mean? I'm feeling good because of that. It's been, tough because, you know, you got work, you still got day-to-day stuff, but a lot of things opened my eyes up on this last vacation. I want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because it definitely fits our brand of living a quiet life that's really fulfilling for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that on this last trip. But anyway, what's going on with you? Okay, you may be on a whole different energy than I am. You know what I mean?
It's just a whole lot of stuff swirling around in my brain. That's all.
All right.
So, yeah. I think I might have said something else the last time when we recorded our last episode, but that's the season I'm in.
It's all right.
I got a lot of stuff to do.
It's all right.
But one of the things that's on my mind is dreaming big. I have been very content, which I think is a great thing. I've been content.
All right.
And I'm content with being content.
And that's a good thing.
Okay. Because, and when I think about content, I'm just talking about specifically referring to lifestyle. But now I would like to make some changes to my lifestyle. So I haven't been dreaming like that. So now I'm in the process of thinking about what the next move looks like for us as a family.
Now, is that something that you're getting excited about, or is that stressing you out, or is doing both of
it? It's not stressing me out.
Okay.
I am getting excited about it, but I'm also aware that I'm not constantly in a dream state. Like I'm constantly content. Like I know my routine. I know my mortgage. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it takes to run this house. So I'm trying to think about the future and what I would want it to look like. So it's hard.
I feel you on that.
The last time I really dreamed was before I left corporate America. Like, that's the last time where I was really like, what would it be like to work for myself?
Nah, that's interesting though, because everything, and you think about what we've been saying on our show so far, what we're focusing on with Quiet Money, and we're living it right now is figuring out what our purpose is, what we're really good at, and like taking it to the next level, like not actually being cool with being complacent, even if that complacent spot is successful, right? Like we've not been doing bad, we've been doing all right. But we're in this element of like, I want more. I want to dream bigger. I want to do more. I want to, you know what I mean? And it's like you're being pulled that way. And I think that, again, when people's like, you know, when they listen to our show, I really want people to realize that I feel like that pull that you're feeling, that's like your purpose. And you can fight against it, or you can be like what you're doing and literally paying attention to it and dreaming and trying to figure out, can I do this thing?
Right.
If the issue we had in our other episode, if you're not telling me things, the underlying thing that's happening is we're trying to change things.
Right.
They're not
right.
comfortable with how things are. You want to make it bigger. I want to make it bigger. We want to do more than what we've been doing in the past. Now, how we're going about it all the time, that's a whole nother story, but that's what's happening with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that it's a good thing because it's happening with us, not based off of nothing anybody else is saying or
Right.
anybody else is doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
right,
just something
right.
that you feel.
Yeah.
And it makes you nervous. And that's the crazy thing, because the thing that's pulling you, a lot of the times, is not something that you're comfortable doing. It's pulling you into like this really, really uncomfortable space.
Well,
And that's the thing that you're actually destined to do. That's the thing that's going to make you great. It's that thing that is really, really uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And it would be nice if it was comfortable, but it's not. So I feel you on that.
I believe I'm having some inner turmoil because of that pulling.
I feel you. I feel you. But look, before I forget, let me tell you why I was feeling so good. You ain't a fan, so I'm trying to really get up with you tonight. But look, when it comes to the vacation thing, man, listen. When you're going through life, and people that listen to us and we talk about going through the ups and downs of life, is because it's always ups and downs. Like, there's no way around that. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It's ups and downs in every single thing that you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I want to talk about that was eye-opening about our vacation is a lot of the good things, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the other stuff that was happening and the timing of it. And I'm going to get to that in a second. But let's just talk about the fun stuff. So vacation. Everybody, hopefully you guys are going out there, taking time for yourself, spending time with your significant others, your friends, your family, going out. Trust me, working all the time, you got to get money. You got to take care of yourself. You got to handle business. You can't work all the time. It's not good for the soul. And you know that every single time that you finally get into that quiet space of taking a vacation for real, and then you realize, like, yo, you know what I mean? Like literally, like, and most of the time, and I'm talking about, like, even if it's for 30 minutes, where you're just really sitting there and like being in life and not in your fin and not in this and not in that, but just the real simple things of life, of being in good conversation with somebody, or being in good energy with somebody, or making a memory with your kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you realize how much you don't have of that when you're every day chasing. Because ups and downs in life, you go on Instagram, you go anywhere else, they'll show you all the flashy things that you can get. And that's things that I would want. I'm not going to pretend like I don't. You have to sacrifice something. You're always sacrificing. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have kids, you're sacrificing your time, you're sacrificing your energy, you're sacrificing something to get what you're getting. It's not always good. You know what I mean? So like with me, I'm realized, like, okay, I might want to take my career to a certain place. I might want to take my business to a certain place, but I'm going to balance it, because I don't want to sacrifice what I just had this weekend to get it. What I just had this weekend was amazing. You see what I'm saying? So as you live life, and life is hard, you got to keep feeding yourself with all of the different elements of what you need. Business is some, money is some, love is some, all of those things, all of them buckets are important. Now, this vacation, let me tap into what I really want to talk about here. Let me tell you guys something, man. Vacation with your children will really humble you if you really pay attention, and my kids did that for me. So let's just talk about what we did a little bit. So I went to Jersey. We went to Jersey for the first time. Have you been to Jersey? Had you been to Jersey before?
Yeah, we went to Atlantic City.
Oh, no, I'm lying. Yes, we have been to Atlantic City. Oh, yeah, hold up. We have been to Atlantic City years back. Got the best scallops in the world from this place called Doc's, yo. I don't even know if they're still open, but they're like the best scallops I've ever got in the world. And I ain't made no money in Atlantic City, but that dinner was crazy good. You're
Mhm.
right. So we had been to Atlantic City one time before. But this was our first time, like, with the family,
As a family,
and everything in
yeah.
Jersey, right? So the big thing that was bringing us to Jersey was the Manchester United versus Arsenal game. It's a soccer game. My son's a big soccer fan. I'm a big fan growing up from Birmingham and everything. Anyway, that was the big event.
You gotta say Bermuda.
Bermuda.
They don't know.
Maybe.
They're like, Bermuda. What is that?
Whatever. Got you. You know what I mean? But listen, that was the big event. So that's why we were going there. We got the tickets, got tickets in the 100 level where it was real close down to the field. That was the experience that I was looking for. You know what I mean? That's what I was really looking the most forward to. But the whole way, the entire experience for them is a vacation. And I'm gonna really break that down, and I want people to really walk away with this because, man, you got older, you need so much more out of life, and that's fine. But you still gotta have that real happiness out of things. And I feel like kids could show you real happiness and the little things that it takes for you to have it. So think about when we're going up there. We hop in the car, everybody's excited because we're rented a new car.
Yep.
Just because it's different.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Just because it's different. Not because it's the most expensive car in the world.
It was a Toyota Venza.
It was a newer year though.
It was It was a newer year. It was a Toyota Venza hybrid. But it's important because you don't have to spend a whole lot.
You don't.
I'm famous for balling on a budget, people.
Hey, but here's the thing. We got a new or a different car.
Yep.
Kids are excited.
Yep.
All right. Now we're hopping on the road. We're going on a different path that we've never been on before. We're going to Jersey, driving
going over bridges
and all types of things, and they're super excited. Life for them is full of anticipation and wonder. They're dreaming, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They're anticipating what might be coming.
Yeah.
And they're with people that they trust more than anything.
Yeah.
So they're in this environment that is just perfect. That's the beautiful thing of being children and having a good situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting both sides of life. You're getting the opportunity to dream and anticipate, and you're also living without fear. That changes when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to break that down for real. All right? But let's keep going through the trip. So we go and make a little stop. Unfortunately, we always stop in here, but where we going to stop first off? Number one, I'll be on the trip.
McDonald's. Gotta get some coffee.
Gotta go to McDonald's. Yeah, you gotta do the McDonald's thing, the coffee, fries for everybody. You gotta do the McDonald's thing. All right. So everybody's happy.
I'm not proud of that.
No, we gotta come off of that for real.
I know.
Yeah, but and they definitely don't need no plug from us. You know what I mean? But all right, so we do the McDonald's thing, hopping on the road, going to a new place. Everybody's excited, taking pictures, going over the bridges, singing, talking about the game that's going to come in a couple of days and the hotel, and it's all types of excitement. You know what I mean? And we pull up to the hotel,
mm-hmm. 3 hours later.
3 hours later, pull up to the hotel. And here's the thing, you guys, serious, man. I ain't going to stay on this vacation ain't too long, but I'm going somewhere with this, man. I want you to take this with your life. We pull up to the hotel, and the vacation is just starting for us. And us, what I'm saying is me and you.
Mm-hmm.
We just started the vacation. We just got to the hotel. And as an adult, now I need to figure out everything that happens after this.
Mm-hmm.
What I realized off the break was for the kids, they've landed already. They landed already.
Yeah.
As soon as they hit the room and was together with us again in a new space,
that was it.
That was it. All right? So, I'm going to pause there before I even go through some of the other things we did. It started making me think, I'm on vacation. They're really excited but we ain't really did anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I want everybody to hear me out. We haven't done anything yet. Why are these kids so excited? Now, you might be listening and you might be like, hey, the kids, they like fries. They like, they got a hotel room, simple stuff, Of course they're going to be excited. That is true. But I'm going to show you why they're really, really excited in a minute. All right? Now, we go to the hotel, go out, get some food, right?
Yeah.
Go to the mall. I'm trying to push these guys to do something. Get on a roller coaster. Actually, you know what? Let me get it right. We go to the mall. Let me get it right. We go to the mall. We take all these pictures of all the different rides that we could get on because it was a big mall with roller coasters in it and water parks and all that.
And
was amazing.
We stumbled upon it. We didn't even know that it was down the street from the hotel.
We didn't.
That was unplanned.
It was amazing. But when you got there, tell me what you do, man. But you got there and we got to this mall and you saw all this stuff that the kids that could do. What were you thinking?
I thought they would be hyped.
And what was it?
They wanted to go back to the hotel and get in the pool and go to the gym.
They wanted to go back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, check this out, guys. They want to go back to the hotel, but we've just gotten to this amazing place with all types of things that we don't have at the hotel. And we for sure don't have them at home. But for some reason, as we're sitting there like, hey, what we gonna do? They want to go back to the hotel. So of course the parents, the adults, the daddy, the mama, that always, now we're older, we'll live life. We think there's more that's needed, you know what I'm saying? To make this experience what it should be. You know what I mean? So we say, especially me, I'm like, all right, let's take a look at all the stuff we could do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, all right, we're going to go water park. We're going to go do this. We're going to go do that. Got back to the hotel, worked out, went to the pool, went to bed. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Come the next day, we're going to the mall. Now we're going to execute all this stuff. I'm going to end this story in a second, guys.
And swim clothes and everything.
Listen, man. Serious, man. Swim clothes and everything. We're going to the mall. We're ready to get this thing done. But so we're here and we're going to do all these things that we said we was going to do. First thing when we get there, there's a place, Mr. Beast Burger. My son is super excited because he loves Mr. You know more about Mr. Beast, right?
Yeah.
Who is Mr. Beast? Like a YouTuber?
YouTube.
Right?
I think he's the number one person on YouTube.
Right. So he loves Mr. Beast, follows him or whatever. So he wanted to get a Mr. Beast burger. So now we got the Mr. Beast burger. Now he wants the Mr. Beast chocolate bar. Day. That made his day. He gets the burger. He gets the chocolate bar. We do that. I'm ready to go to these events. Somehow, you guys, I kid you not, we didn't get to these events. We didn't go to the water park. We didn't go on any of these roller coasters.
We walked around for a bit and we went back to the hotel.
And we got back to the hotel. And here's the honest thing. That I can't lie about. The joy that they had when we got back was supposed to be the joy that they have when we got to the place. But it weren't. All right, hear me out on that. The joy for me that I expected them to have at this place that we was going to with all these things that we could do that we never did before. That reaction wasn't there. So where was the reaction at? The reaction was back at the hotel. Why was that? I realized that no matter what, and there's nothing wrong with water parks and arcade games or any of those things, because those things are great, and I hope we do them next time. But it's funny that the thing that they really wanted to do was the exact same thing they do at home, just somewhere else. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you think about it, in our house, we got multiple rooms, 3, downstairs and everything. They got their own bedroom, but every night they want to be in our room.
Mm-hmm.
Every night they want to be in our bed.
Mm-hmm.
Every night I'm gotta carry somebody to the you know what I'm saying? Every night trying to play with the baby or doing things in one room.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it shouldn't have surprised me so much when they got to that one room again why they were so excited.
I was getting ready to say that the hotel represents home.
What you mean by that? Break that.
I guess the best way I can put it is, you remember what Pastor McGee has said about your home is where your family is?
Yeah.
So that's home, where we are. In that hotel room, it's a intimate space. Like we're all close together. We're all in one room. And it's what they're used to. Kids just need love, man.
It's true. Hey, that's true. It's serious. And I'm saying that because that's the thing that I needed on my vacation to feel me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring it back to what it is for adults, because it ain't just what it is for the kids. It's what should you get from that as an adult? And what I got from that is, you know what? I'm going to go back from this vacation and I'm going to try to recenter myself. And as much as I want to push on certain things and grow certain things, I'm going to try to remember, like, what do I really need to be happy? You know what I'm saying? What do I really need to feel like him? What am I really valuing? You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that I say is, as I'm looking to get money, I feel like I'm already rich. But sometimes you don't really live like that. Sometimes you do put more priorities in the stuff that you got to do, or what people's expecting from you, or the stuff that you're trying to grow. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, that's not really the things that fulfill you and make you happy, for real. It's not. So it's better to have both, but at least you got to have that real true thing in life. And I feel like my kids really quickly reminded me of that it don't take a whole lot. And the memories is really with the time that they're getting and the way that they feel and the love that they feel from you. You know what I'm saying? And they want to experience that over and over again. And that's one thing about life and anything, guys. Like, no matter what it is, something you ate, something you did, something you experienced, if it's really, really good to you, you're going to want to experience it over again. And maybe that's just what was happening with our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wanted to experience that all over again with us. And that was the last thing I want to say about my trip, which is the big thing, which is something also important, was the Manchester United game. Making memories for your kids, or making memories for people that you love, and doing things that maybe wasn't done for you and being okay with that. When I went to this game with my son, it was almost like a little out-of-body experience, because it's the first time I've ever been to a Manchester United game. And I always envisioned what it would be like to do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I never did it. Never had anybody take me to a game. So I knew how much it meant to him to go to this game. I know that this game, even though he loves the team, if I would have dropped him at the stadium and said, hey, I'll come pick you up afterwards, it wouldn't have meant nothing to him.
Talk a little bit about your son.
My son?
Yeah, because they were both there, but specifically,
your oldest one. So both my sons were there. My son, my 10-year-old loves soccer or football, as we call it in Bermuda. And my 6-year-old don't care about sports at all. But of course, I wasn't going to leave him out of the experience of going to the game, even though I knew taking him to the game, he was just going to complain the whole time and be crying and wanting to go home. But I still had to take him. And I just knew that. So he got his ticket, and he did exactly what I expected.
In the beginning.
But then he got cool for a bit. Like, he ain't seen nothing in the game, don't care about it. You know, but he had his chicken tenders, he was straight. But anyway, making memories as I talk about it. Now, when you're sitting out there looking to be successful and making money, you definitely got to find these opportunities to take some of that money and make memories with it. Do something with it that you're going to remember. Of course, we're not spending it all, but you love somebody, you got kids. It's okay to spend a little bit of money to make a memory for them. That's how I'm realizing I want to spend my money more. I can buy them items, but I can give them experiences, and these experiences are like priceless, even though at that moment it does cost a price, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So this experience, I know for him in his life, it's going to pay over and over and over again. So we go to the game, we park up. As soon as we walk in, I got merchandise available and everything, and go right off the bat, got him a jersey. Done. Go into the game, everybody's warming up. He sees how close we're sitting to all the players. Every single player played. Both first half, second half. They had a penalty shootout afterwards. United won the game. We saw girls live. We saw everything. We're sitting there high-fiving people in the stands. We was with the United section. Everybody was friendly. Like, put it like this. The energy was so good. And this is America, guys. Trust me, this is America. So, you know, in America, you don't do these type of things. But the energy was so cool in the stadium that the group that we was sitting with, a big family and friends and everything, I knew it was cool to go grab them some food real quick and leave the kids there. I came back. They were feeding the kids fries and high-fiving them. Like, the energy was like, it almost felt like I was in Bermuda. You know what I mean? It was just a real good crowd of people that we was sitting with, and they were really nice to my kids. So everybody was just celebrating and screaming together and everything like that. And I'm watching his eyes the whole game, and I swear he never blinked. I could just feel him take the whole experience in. You know what I'm saying? And I say this, and I'm going somewhere with this, but I say this because don't ever, especially like fathers and stuff like that with sons, but don't underestimate like just how much an experience could mean to somebody, especially your kids like that. And I sat there in that moment and I'm like, you know, this is every single thing that's right about all the stress that I go through. It's all right because of this. So I'll go through it some more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I was just like, dang, it's all okay because I got this. But what about people that can't say that? What about people that's got all of the stress and going through all of the emotions, but they're not got that thing to recharge and tap into? That's where I really want to go with this. Because you need it. And I needed it. And I feel like I'm in back a couple days and I need it again. But going back to a place where you could really just recharge and get love and make things feel really, really like just good and like pure, like I really needed that. I needed that more than anything. And I'll never forget it. I know he'll never forget it. But to me, it just reminded me of like it's all right. Everything I'm going through, it's all right. Like, even if I don't get everything that I want to get, it's all right. Because my son's literally showing me like, yo, it's all right. I don't need all that. Mm-hmm. I could want it. I can go get it. But I don't want to need it. Because he don't need it. You get it? Wow. I don't want to need it. And I realized like if I don't need it, then I could just be free to go work hard and try to get it and improve things and that type of thing. But I can just get the good out of it and just always tap into the fact that I already have like the really good thing already.
It sounds like you've been working really, really hard. And now you see like the benefit of the work that you've been doing. Like you don't necessarily feel it all the time, but in this experience, you're allowing yourself to reflect and you know what all of that hard work is pretty much for. Because of course, it gives you money to be able to give this particular experience.
For sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So now, when we talk about dreaming bigger, maybe you won't have to work as hard to create these same experiences or similar experiences.
I don't know if that's true. I see where you're going, but I feel like it lets me know that, like, it gives me motivation to actually work hard and want to do those things more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like making me think more what I actually really want out of my life, because it does take money to create them experiences. And I know I want to do more of that. You know what I'm saying? And I know I want my life to be filled more with that and flexibility and those type of opportunities to make those type of memories with him. Even, and the thing is, that may not always be a Manchester United game.
Right.
He's proven, the whole family's proven that I could just take him to a hotel down the street and it would be like it was something brand new and they'd be excited. But I want to be able to do those things more often. But for the bigger things, to me, I don't know if I won't have to work as hard, but maybe I'll just have a different like attitude towards it. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
I want to, like, for me, I think, and we talked about this maybe in our first episode, I can't remember, but when I have opportunity to do stuff, when I have free time, how I was using it, right? So I would go and do work. I still do, right? And like, how am I going to get out of what we need to do, what we want to grow, which is, hey, if I've got some free time, I should be motivated to go work more on our business, you know what I mean? Work on the other things we're doing. So those are the kind of things, like what I just said with that experience, that's going to like actually has me rethinking, like, okay, let that motivate me. The next time I've got some free time, let me go put it towards some other different things. Because the current life I have, like I said, is fine, but I want more things out of it. So I actually do have to change something.
Yeah.
That's what happens. If you want more from what you currently have, something has to change. And that change part is where we're at. And hopefully other people that's listening to us, like, trust me, man, don't matter what idea you got, it don't matter what thing you think that's going to take you to the next level, like, you're going to have to change something to do it. We'll always be talking about change. And it's not always going to make you feel comfortable, and it's tough. And if you find yourself in a season of change in your life, it is like unavoidable. You can tell yourself you don't feel it. You can tell yourself you don't see it, but it keeps showing up. And it's just up to you to decide if you're going to listen to that or not. Now, with that, I'm going to give you guys a good example, because you might be like, what is this guy talking about? Change. How am I supposed to know when change is coming out? Let me tell you a little pointer for today. Today's little pointer from me. If you ever want to know if that thing that you're feeling is something you're actually supposed to do, just go ahead and try it. Take a step or two to go ahead and try it. And here's the trick that I'm telling you, because it happened to us this weekend, tapping back into the vacation situation. If you're wondering, well, hey, quiet money, how am I supposed to know my ultimate purpose? How am I supposed to go ahead and go to the next level, be successful just for me, do all of these things? Like, how do I even know what it is? How do I even know that what I'm feeling to go start this business or go start this show? Like, how do I even know that that's it? It's a real thing. How do I know? Here's the little trick. Take a little step or two in that direction to try to do it. And if something goes wrong in your life, that's a hint right there. The devil, real talk, will always try to block your blessings. So take that step or two to see if what you're trying to do is actually about to be a blessing in your life. And I promise you, the devil's going to show up and show out and let you know, yup, that's a blessing right there. Because now you got some freaking turmoil in your life out of nowhere. And it always goes like that. Yeah. So, what do I mean by that? Let's use the example. We ain't got to get into any details. Whatever you want to do, we cool. But we got to sit here, and we've been looking to launch our show and different things, and took a little break from when we initially, created everything and, all of that. But as soon as we say, okay, we're ramped it back up, we're ready to launch, stuff's popping up. It's just popping up. just popping up.
Yeah, but even before, like we've been in this preparing for this for a year.
Yeah.
But even when we were, like had some momentum going, something popped up.
Mhm.
And it just like ceased. So, and now we're getting ready to launch. Well, if you're listening to this, we have launched.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then, but I said, we can expect that it's going to be some things that's going to happen. And we just might as well be prepared for it.
But ain't it messed up? Because the thing is, and I know people can relate to this, but when you got an idea and you're supposed to go do it, it don't just cease, It'd be like 1 week and you'd be like, all right, I'm going to get to it. And it's like, it grows. It's like freaking granola in a bowl. Like it just grows and grows and grows. Like, you feel me? Like you're going to say, yeah, I'm not going to do it this week. I'll get to it. And then that I'll get to it really does equal just never getting to it. And the crazy thing, especially as you get older, that element of time, it just starts to slip through your fingers. Before you know it, it's like 1 month is 1 year. I've realized that more and more because every single time I close my eyes and open them, I'm putting up Christmas lights. I swear to God, every single time I close my eyes, I open them, I'm putting up Christmas lights. Like time is going by faster. So it's just crazy how like, you think you could put something down, but stop putting things down.
That's why I know we're talking about the podcast right now, but that's why I was intentional about planning so many vacations this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm realizing like, hold on, I can't keep putting it off. Oh, we'll do it next year. Well, when things get a little bit better, like, no, time is moving.
Is it?
That thing.
Is it? Is it? And here's the thing. And we jumping around, but like, here's the thing. As time's moving, if you're not moving, something starts moving on the inside of you, one way or the other. Because you start everybody realizes it, that time is moving by. And there's things that you thought about as it starts to become 1 week and 1 month and 1 year, that starts to become a reality to you. That you have to realize that you start looking back as opposed to looking forward. I don't want to get there, but it happens to everybody where you have to look back because the time forward is less and less. But we have the opportunity to look forward, hopefully, and continue to always try to look forward, but put some urgency onto it.
Yeah.
Put some urgency onto it,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to encourage people, and no matter what it is, like, do you really want to live a life where you're not looking forward to things? One thing that people say that is I respect it, but I just can't live it. I gotta take it day by day. You do have to take life day by day, because life could throw you anything. We all take life day by day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I know that as we're taking life day by day, we should be thinking more than just that day when it comes to things. And you start thinking that even more as you get older. You can't live life just thinking about that day. I'm too important. I'm too impactful. I got too much potential. I got too much ability to do something that can change the days of my children and the future. So I would do a disservice to everybody if I just took it day by day.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, things are going to happen that, life's got bumps. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm starting to realize, like, if I take it day by day, then I just get to my last day and that's it. So what happened? The whole time, I'm just day by day maintaining. And that's fine. I don't think I want to maintain. I don't want to maintain anymore. I think the decisions I've made is a disservice to maintain. I'm not single. I have a bunch of kids now. Do I really want to maintain? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a son that I think could be one of the best ever playing ball. Maintaining gonna help him out. Mm-mm. You see what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing. Maintaining gonna help him out.
And now you're old enough to see the impacts on that, because that will impact his children.
It would.
Based on what you've taught him.
For sure. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with maintaining. I want everybody to hear what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with maintaining. But if you know that it's something on the inside that you can do, and you know that there's more to you, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Don't be maintaining for any reason because of what you're not willing to do, not willing to try, what you're afraid of trying, what you're worried about other people thinking with trying, you don't know how to do, whatever reason, like, maintain because you gotta maintain. You can get off your back. You can get off on your feet. You can do anything for yourself right now. You've been in some type of situation where as a resource, you are limited as a person. Mm-hmm. But if you are resourceful, whereas your brain because remember, we only three things: brain, body, and spirit. All right. So if your brain or your body is resourceful, go use it. Go use it. Got to. You will lose it at some point, but go use it. You got a reason for it. And I'm realizing more and more, like, yo, I gotta go do what I gotta do. I got to. Because one day, especially somebody like me, I'm gonna end up really looking back. And there's no way I'm not gonna analyze everything. So I'm happy to be here with you. And I'm happy to be literally knowing that when I sat there, I was talking to your mama about you bubbling and you going into this different space and you being bigger than where you were. I literally know this is what I'm doing it with you now. I feel good about that. I know it. I can feel it. Now, in my mind, I'm terrified. I'm terrified because I don't know how to do, you know what I mean? I don't know how to do none of that. You know, none of this stuff, talking and all that. I'm not, you know.
Well, you're doing a good job today.
Am I? Hey, but you know what I mean? When you talk to people, man, sometimes you just feel something. Sometimes you just feel something, guys. Like, you know when you feel something. Sometimes we got to be honest with ourselves. It might make us afraid, but just like Randy did, and it caused us to argue, she knew that she felt something. And it's been sitting in there for a while, and she was feeling desperate, and she was feeling in a space where she wanted more. When we talk about the ups and downs, like, I just want people to know, like, realistically, there's so many things out there that you can do and be, and you see it online all the time. And somebody might sit there and just tell you, like, hey, change your mindset and you'll get there. All right, cool. I'm going to change my mindset right now. That is very, very important. We got to do some other steps too. We got to do some other steps too. All right. The other steps, when you take them steps, if anybody has ever seen steps, they don't just go one direction. They go up and they go down. It's a reason. So when you take steps in your life, whatever you're trying to do with your business or whatever, it's not going to be just what you see with the flashy and all that. Because some of the steps you're going to make are going to take you up, and some of the steps you make are going to take you back.
And let me just say something about the flashy real quick. Please don't think that the things that you see on social media is for real. I do a lot of taxes, and I see a lot of stuff. And I just want to say that, like, people, you know, don't have it like you think they do.
I mean, all right.
No, because it can frustrate me. It can frustrate me sometimes when you see people comparing themselves to social media.
But that's why I'm going off topic. Our show is different.
I'm going off topic, but I'm just saying, don't believe the hype.
But our show is different though. But guess what? The real talk. It's nothing wrong. I want to make sure people get the message right with our show. Quiet Money. There's money attached to that name. We want to get money. We want to get money. Lots of money. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But then, and I love you for this, us getting money is us actually getting money. And if you want to be a part of supporting our show and that kind of thing, like
sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah, sign up for the Patreon for real. We need that. But listen, if you want to support us, like just think about it. Like when you come to our platform, you listen to us and anybody else that's on our platform, like as we go forward and learn different things and build our business and make money, you're actually hearing authentically what's happening. The good things we done and the bad. Like, I'm not just giving you a 5-star guide to get something. Like, trust me, in those 5 steps, something happens sometimes. It happens. It happens. If you don't believe me, check this out. Machines, right? People think I'm crazy, right? Anybody that sells you a guide to anything doesn't mean it's not great. There's machines and robots out there that are systematically created to do things. No human error at all. And guess what? They ain't 100%. They break down. They have incidents. They have technology failures. They have configuration failures. They're not perfect. And those are systems. So what would be perfect from anybody that tells you something? It's not perfect. You got to go and put the work in no matter what guide anybody gives you. And what you got on our program, and on our program, oh my goodness, on our podcast,
hey,
for real.
Speak it.
For real, not for real, is the real life that's actually going to happen when you're trying to do these things so that you can authentically get to these results that you want. That's the difference. Because that's the real life. And that's what you're going to hear on our podcast. Yeah. All right.
You know what I just thought about? I left my job, right? Mm-hmm. In February and found out I was pregnant. Like
I know. The timing was crazy. The timing was crazy.
2 months later.
But you got my
But I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of going with your plan. Well,
right. But I'm saying that's what I want people to understand. Like, we do our show this way with Quiet Money for a reason. It's the ups and downs of life. And as you go up, down, up, down, up, down, I want us to continue to be on that trajectory of going up, of course. Mm-hmm. But we are going to go up and down. You got to hear both. If you want the real advice, you got to hear both. You just can't hear one side. That's why I love our show. We keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. You know what I mean? So we're doing better, but we made a lot of mistakes. We probably didn't get into this. Not tonight.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Let's talk about it.
You know what I mean? But it's just, it's true, man. It's not easy, but we work hard and we figure it out. You know
figure it out.
We definitely figure it out. Nah, I know there's been some other things on your mind. I've been dominating the conversation.
You have been. You had a lot on your mind.
I told you this vacation. When I said it was something on my mind with this vacation.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things with this vacation. Last thing, hold on, with the vacation. Last thing, though. Once again, with the thing with Pittsburgh, I got to thank you. You know what I'm saying? Again, guys, if you go on vacation with somebody, make sure you got somebody that's going to allow you to come back with some money. You know what I mean? Like, don't leave everything. That's another thing. You go on vacation, you come back hurting. That's a whole nother conversation. But vacation, as I talked about, is supposed to replenish you and to give you those things that you really need as a person for like true happiness and fulfillment. It's literally impossible to get that if you broke, if you are stressed, if you're running up the credit cards to go there, if you're coming back and as soon as the day you get back, you got a bullseye on the next check in a week and a half.
Yeah.
And I've did that before. That's how I was able to break it down like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what that's like. You know what I mean? But those little decisions all create the environment for you to receive them. It all connects. So the reason why even that I could go out there, right, and observe all of these, and I want everybody to get it. This is real life. Why was I even able to go during my vacation and observe that my kids were taking all this stuff in and all? Why was I able to do that? Because my mind was able to focus on what was happening. I wasn't sitting there even worrying about the fact that we didn't have any money. I wasn't sitting there worrying about the fact that we had made some decisions we couldn't afford. Everything connects. That's what people need to make sure people understand. Like, every decision you make in your life connects to the next one. So if we sat there and was like, okay, we're going to think about it. Just back to the same example. Let me bring this in. If we would have went that night and spent that day and spent all the money at the water park and spent all the money on the roller coasters, the trip energy would have been different.
Yeah.
I might have not even realized just how much they were loving the hotel room just for what it is. I wouldn't even have realized just how much they were happy to just do the same thing that they do at home. I wouldn't have realized that. Number one, because we would have been busy walking all over some water park, waiting in lines for people. And then at nighttime, I would have been talking to you about how we over budget.
So and you might have been talking to me about how they didn't even really appreciate it.
And how they didn't really appreciate it.
And they were ready to go home within an hour.
And then you'd be talking about all the little adjustments we need to do when we come back home, if eating out and all types of crap. And now, just like that, something as simple as even finances impacts the experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank you for that, because the way that you do things, I know the money's straight. I know what it is, what is not. So like, I'm just there. And I'm not even thinking about this type of things. You know what I mean? And that's a big thing.
Thank
you.
You.
So everybody, when you're him, like, you want to sit there and say, I'm going to go have me a hot girl summer or something. Like, no, listen, bro. Like, make sure you can afford that. You know what I'm saying? You really want to have a trip, make sure you can afford that. Because you literally go out there, have you a good time, take all your Instagram pictures, and as soon as you post your reel, you're coming back on the plane with attitude, because you know you spent your money and now you got to go back to work. Like, let's not do that. I can tell you don't do that because I used to do that. I know what it feel like. Now I know what it's like to actually have some money. I come back and I don't worry about it. That's a big thing. So thank you again.
You're
for
welcome.
The way you deal with the finances is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you're a good, what you call it? A steward of money. That's what you say?
You're a good steward of money. Yes, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I received that
confidence.
I received that confidence.
All them phantom 20 plus bank accounts came in handy at some point.
One day we're going to talk to y'all about how we got to this point.
Oh, yeah. hey, look, for real. But hey, listen, man.
We used to have some
serious
money problem.
We did.
We
ain't getting into that tonight, though.
No, but
not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying we've come a long way.
Yeah.
Right, we got to give props where props are due.
If we want to go where we came from, though, that's really getting through the ups and downs. that's getting. Actually, you might as well flip it. That's getting through the downs and the downs and downs, and then there's some ups later on. You know what I mean? But I guess the moral with that and keeping it short is, and everybody's heard this before, but it don't matter how much money you make, right?
Mm-hmm.
It really don't matter how much money you make. Anyway, guys, I know we spent a lot of time today talking about my vacation, but I told you how impactful it was. But when you're out there trying to do what you're doing and you're, trying to start whatever you're doing, business, you're investing, and don't take our show as something that's negative, because it's not. That's a great thing. But make sure that you're charging yourself up on the real things in life that's going to keep you going, that's going to keep you truly motivated and happy and, feeling rich even before you get money. Because that's what it's all about. I've said this before. The money will get taken from you. You can't take it with you. So when that last day comes, it will be amazing to have millions of dollars in the bank. I would love to have that. We're going to keep working towards that. But don't you want to also be rich on the inside? Don't you want to be rich with experiences? Don't you want to be rich with love and life and memories? And, I hate to say this, but don't you want that last day to be something where you knew that you was important to somebody and somebody else was important to you? Because in all honesty, there's all the things that you need. And if you don't believe me, think about somebody you know that if you really think about it, they just, that person just wants to feel important to somebody. Serious, done. Like, if you really think about it, whatever issue they got, they could be mad about this, mad about money, mad about the relationship, mad about the job, blah, blah. There's some element to it where they don't feel important or appreciated, or they don't feel loved. And look all the problems we have because of that. Everybody needs to feel important. We're not built like machines. So think about that when you look at people. It's like, start to think, what has somebody not given them to make them feel valuable? You know what I'm saying? And if you have that, then you can go out in this world and go chase all the other things that's valuable because you already have value.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You already have value, so you can chase things that's valuable. And it's all good. But if you don't have that value already, what you're chasing, even though it's valuable, will never give you true value. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to remember that as you go off tonight, thinking about what really is important in life as you're chasing this quiet money type lifestyle. Like, I want it to be quiet because it's authentic, it's real, it's true to you, and you're getting it in a way that's good for you, and you're still filling yourself and your soul with all the things that you truly need while you're getting your money, while you're getting your success, and those type of things. So I'm excited, again, to get money with you, to grow this show with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got value with you. So now we're just going to get more value together.
I like that.
I'm just saying, real talk. All right? Mm-hmm. So you enjoyed our vacation, right?
I did.
I'm telling you, it was dope.
Did. It was
real talk. That game was so crazy, man. Yeah. For real. Nah.
That was a little different for me, though.
Yeah.
Because the baby.
I know. And when I come out, I couldn't find the car.
Is attached to me.
I'm so mad I couldn't find the car. I started panicking.
Oh, yeah. You, he walked out
put I had a mental landmark, and then that didn't work out at all. You know what I'm saying?
Thought he lost the car.
I thought I lost the car in Jersey. That's the last thing you want to do.
And it's not even our car.
For real.
Yeah. But I should talk about how to ball on a budget.
Oh, we gotta have a whole show on that because everybody needs it. Listen, everybody that's sitting there listening to how they've been on a trip, they had a vacation, him and his son and his soccer game. Listen, man, don't be mad at it because you could do a whole lot of things yourself. You don't need a whole lot of money. That's the beautiful thing. You don't need a whole lot of money. You might need some advice. Randy's the one to give it to you. She might have to talk that whole show herself. You know what I'm saying? But with a couple dollars and a whole lot of creation, and sometimes with no dollars and even double the creation. Isn't it creativity? Whatever. You feel me?
I
you know what I'm saying? You know where I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, you could do a whole lot. But you gotta care enough. Gotta go creative. But you could do a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if you liked our show today, make sure you follow our podcast on all platforms that have podcasts. Quiet Money Podcast. We love having you on our show. And we just go through the ups and downs of life. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real. We got money together. We go through experiences together, relationships, just real life stuff. And if you want to be a part of our community, you know, let us know what you're going through. You know what I mean? We might be able to help you out.
Yeah, subscribe to our Patreon.
You got to subscribe. You know, drop a little donation or something. You know what I mean? We got to keep us going. Like, we're very excited to do this. And we just got, this is purposeful. And we could feel that. And hopefully y'all could feel this too. Yeah,
this ain't no hobby.
Not at all.
This is purposeful.
For sure.
Hobbies are purposeful too. But this is big. This is the real deal. Yeah.
I feel you.
Do you?
I do. You see, I'm looking at you. All right, y'all. We got to check y'all later. Peace. Make sure you follow Quiet Money Podcast on all streaming platforms that have podcasts. Follow us on Instagram. Leave comments on our videos. Let us know what you're going through, ups and downs. We want to hear from you. We engage with you. And we'll see you next time. Peace.